And we established this, first of all, Andrew, you were involved with Youth Central.
That's right.
Are you still involved with them?
I am still involved with them. I still work for them, yeah.
Explain Youth Central first and foremost.
With Youth Central, we get young people volunteering. We want young people to have a voice in our community. We want them to be at the table. So we're anywhere youth are, we are volunteering, community events, and at the table with the mayor. So we want them everywhere.
Yeah,
we feel that if young people are engaged in our community, if they're a part of the conversation, we'll create vibrant communities. Right, and we want young people to have a voice, so we work hard at that.
That's awesome.
You decided to get involved with SVP, which again is Social
Venture Partners.
Venture Partners.
Yeah.
Explain that route.
Well, because
you're busy with Youth Central.
Yeah.
You're a busy guy. You do a little improv shtick.
Yeah.
And then you figure, hey.
Well, they've funded Youth Central in the past. There was an entrepreneur who came and helped us and gave us some money and was there for us for many years. And that program is very successful now. And then they kind of had this idea of doing a fast pitch. And then as an office, as a team, we're like, we can do that. We can do really well at that. And every nonprofit, every organization needs money because you're pitching for money, but you're also pitching for support. Because we got $25,000 as well in partial cash, but also services. And so that's what you're pitching for. We needed it, we wanted it, and it was a great opportunity to get our name out there.
That pitch that he's speaking of, we have a little clip of you doing that pitch.
Yes.
You do? I didn't know it existed.
Oh.
Can we show that, guys? Here, take a look. This is Andrew Fung pitching. Go ahead.
Program Director of Youth Central. Youth Central has worked in the Calgary community for over 20 years. Have you ever been given the opportunity to make an impact? Those opportunities and experiences have made you who you are. At Youth Central, we give youth opportunities to volunteer.
Okay, so where are you? Which stage are you on?
I was Stampede, the Boys Theater. This was the first year, and I was stressing out, freaking out.
That clock is so intimidating.
Yeah,
because that was the clock behind you, right?
That's the clock. That's
and from what I've been told from people, because I'd never seen the whole clip, is I said I ended on 0, and I had timed it in my mind so much. I had done it with the stopwatch so many times that I had hit it, and I was worried that as an improv guy getting on stage, I'd be like interacting and stopping, and I just committed to it as best I could.
All it takes is a little blip of the mouth, and you're off by half a second or something.
We also have a video question for you as well too. So have a look and have a listen. This is for Andrew.
This question is for Andrew. How has this experience changed your organization in the way it communicates, or has it?
Changes ever since that wonderful moment on stage.
I think the simplest answer is that it's made us become more efficient in how we promote our message. And we want to really simplify what message we get out to people and make everyone understand. You know, and as an organization, we really had to open it up. We had to open it up to anyone that would be interested in our cause. Sometimes you go after certain people, and we're like, no, we're going to change that. We want to go after everyone now. We want to go after everyone in Calgary. So it made us redefine our messaging a little bit. We went back and changed our mission statement, reworded it, and how we promote ourselves in the community. So I think that was the biggest thing. It wasn't just a one-time thing. We just didn't walk away and say, oh, well, we did fast pitch. We changed everything afterwards, even our print materials. We would write it, and we would read it and be like, you know what? Who's going to understand this outside of us and other nonprofits? Will regular people in Calgary who aren't connected to this, will the guy who works a 9-to-5 job welding understand this? So that's what we have to do.
And that was all thanks to your coaching through SVP.
The coach I hated so much.
Do you hear that, Dave?
Yeah.
I wasn't his coach.
Dave is a fast
If he was, he would have handled it differently.
You know, it's interesting though, because I've heard other pitchers have similar comments about the experience going through fast pitch and how difficult it was and how aggravating it was when they were constantly being told by their coach, you can't say that, you have to cut this out. But at the end of it all, looking back, completely worth it. I mean, it put them in a better place. So I think that's a common sentiment going through the program. Because it's tough.
It's tough love.
But what comes out the other end, I mean, even from my experience, seeing what you see on the first day to what you see in the finals, you wouldn't recognize the folks.
Well, Karen, even though, I mean, obviously there was one winner, but there were some that, obviously there was a lot of people that were not winners. They still get a lot of benefit out of this.
Yeah, and it's been really interesting for us because we'd never done it before the year Andrew did it, so they were, I call them unintended consequences.
There you go.
And what we found is that there were organizations whose coaches joined their boards. who continued to volunteer with them, who helped them get other funding. There were organizations that ended up working together and they found that they had complementary programs.
Jeez.
And started working together.
Yeah, yeah.
And it really became this real feeling of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes fast pitch really unique. And both Andrew and Dave have seen that, where we use a peer coaching process.
Yeah.
In other words, Andrew would pitch to a group of his colleagues who he was competing against, as well as their coaches, and everyone offers constructive feedback. So we hear each other's pitches and learn and build together. And so by the end of it, you've been through, as Andrew said, hell together.
Right.
And that builds a rapport among everyone. So by the end of it, everybody's cheering for everyone else and wanting everyone to succeed.
Sounds like you have to have tough, like really thick skin on both ends though through the process.
Yeah, I
right?
think
'Cause
that's true.
Everyone's hating on the coaches, and the coach is like.
As a coach too, you have to recognize that that's their baby, that's their passion, it's their life.
You're right.
So at the end of the day, it's your pitch, and we're just coaches. That's what we are. We're not bosses. We're saying here's what we think you should do or what you should consider. But at the end of the day, you're the one who's up there for 3 minutes. You have to get your message across. So it works both ways.
Someone who wants to make a pitch, what advice would you give them?
Strip it down. Get down to what people really need to know. Spend enough time on all the aspects of the pitch, and slow down. Slow down. Some people get really wrapped up in stories. They don't explain the project or program well enough, and then sometimes they flip it the other way. Spend equal amounts of time. Every word has to have a reason.
Has to mean
something.
Absolutely.
Right? And so I was putting in words, and my coach said, why do you have this sentence in? You've already explained it. I'm like, oh man, you're right.
Yeah.
I've already said it. So every word means something. You only have 3 minutes, and that flies by.
Sounds like coaching that everybody could use almost.
That's deserving of a gummy.
Yeah.
Here, help yourself to a gummy.
Let's do it. Yeah.
There you go. Some
so
great example, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was delicious. It's one of the soft ones.
Andrew Fung is part of Youth Central and making a great example of what fantastic Calgarians there are here in this city, and you're just one of them, sir. Thank you very